Well, the 2024 season is in the books. Time to see how I did on my predictions. And I am not looking forward to it.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Hello everyone, Railroad Racer 49 2005 here, and the time has come to look at how I did for my 2024 NASCAR predictions. Now, if you remember, in February or January of last year, I made my predictions for the 2024 season, and now with the season now done and the holidays now done as well, and now that we're in January of 2025, right now is an appropriate time to look back and see how I did. Of course, the way I had it, 5 predictions for trucks, 5 for Xfinity, and 10 for Cup, plus a bonus prediction. So without further ado, let's see how much of an absolute idiot I was this last season.
The Truck Series, prediction number 1. Kyle Busch will win 1 truck race.
Well, we're already off to a great start. Now, after Kyle Busch won Atlanta, I thought for sure that this prediction would be correct, but then he decided to go out and win Texas, and then it became wrong. So, yeah, thanks a lot, Kyle Busch, for winning 1 more truck race than I predicted you to. So, I'm 0-1. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse.
Prediction number 2. Ty Dillon will not win a race.
Wahoo! I pretty much knew Ty Dillon wasn't going to do much in this ride, especially knowing that this truck made the playoffs the previous year. He absolutely underperformed in that truck. And even though he underperformed in this ride, he is still going to get a Cup ride with Colleague. Yeah, that's wonderful. The last thing we needed was Ty Dillon back in the Cup Series, but yet here we are. Moving on.
Prediction number 3. The Truck Series playoffs will have Christian Eckes, Nick Sanchez, Chase Purdy, Lane Riggs, Matt Crafton, Ty Majeski, Ben Rhodes, Stuart Friesen, Taylor Gray, and Corey Heim.
Well, I got 6 out of 4 correct. Chase Purdy definitely wasn't as good as I thought he would be. Lane Riggs was honestly kind of a disappointment in the regular season. He didn't win a race until the playoffs got underway, and he didn't even make the playoffs. Matt Crafton really regressed this season, and Stuart Friesen was basically just mid all year, so yeah, that was definitely a prediction that aged not too well.
Prediction number 4. The championship 4 will be Corey Heim, Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski, and Ben Rhodes.
Dang it, so close. I got 3 out of 1 correct. The only one I didn't get was Ben Rhodes. I honestly thought that Ben was going to have a lackluster regular season, which he did, but I thought he was going to go on a monumental championship run like he always does. But surprisingly, that didn't happen. And, you know, I thought after how the last season went that he would make it back. But honestly, in that final spot, I had no idea. Like, seriously, who in the world had Grant Enfinger making the championship 4 in that number 9 truck he was in? I mean, that truck was basically a mid-pack ride for anyone else who drove it. But then Grant Enfinger went out and then won Talladega and Homestead, won back-to-back races, and made the championship 4 again. Honestly, massive respect for Grant Enfinger. I honestly hope he can continue to do stuff like that going into this year. But yeah, so I got 3 out of 1 correct for the Truck Series Championship 4.
Prediction number 5. The 2024 NASCAR Truck Series champion will be Corey Heim.
Well, despite the fact that Corey Heim was one of the best drivers all season, they just could not contend in the championship. They had a chance, but then he had some sort of restart violation, which really screwed him up. And there were a few other factors that just kind of took that chance of a championship away from Heim. And also, Ty Majeski was just unbeatable all night, so there was no way that Corey Heim was going to get it done. Maybe, hopefully, Corey Heim can get the championship this year, but I don't know. I don't know with how this format goes. I don't know if he will.
Now moving on to the Xfinity Series. Prediction number 1. All 3 Kaulig racing cars will make the playoffs.
That is the last ever time I make a prediction like that again. Like, okay, SVG and AJ Allmendinger did make the playoffs. They did do pretty well. I mean, SVG made the champion, no, he didn't make the championship 4. He made the round of 8. And AJ Allmendinger made the championship 4 with a lone win at Las Vegas. But as for Josh Williams, I honestly thought that Josh Williams was going to be a solid underdog in 2024. But man, his 2024 campaign was such a disappointment. He basically underperformed way more than I thought he would. He was just not good at all. It was a pretty bad year for Josh Williams. I honestly thought with him moving to Kaulig, he would do better than he did in the rides he had before. But no, he was just as bad, maybe even worse. So, yeah, that was not a good prediction at all. I mean, the other 2 I was right about, but Josh Williams, no. Just no.
Prediction number 2. Sheldon Creed will finally get his first career win.
Oh my God, what is it going to take for Sheldon Creed to win a race? He had multiple opportunities in 2024, and all of them, he just could not capitalize on it. The one that had to hurt the most was Darlington. He was leading that race until AJ Allmendinger decided to bring out the caution with a couple laps to go. And then Sheldon's pit crew absolutely fumbled the pit stop, and Christopher Bell went on to win the race. So, yeah, that was not great at all. And now Sheldon Creed is no longer with Joe Gibbs. He's now going to the newly rebranded Haas Factory team. So, hopefully in 2025, he can finally get that first win. And honestly, if Sheldon Creed does not win a race this year, I'm probably going to go insane. This dude needs to win a race. He can't just keep finishing second like this. It has to happen eventually.
Prediction number 3. The playoffs will be Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones, Sheldon Creed, Chandler Smith, Austin Hill, Cole Custer, AJ Allmendinger, Shane Van Gisbergen, Josh Williams, and you know what? Screw it, Hailie Deegan.
Well, I will definitely say I was pretty wrong with the 3 I had. I got 9 out of 3 correct, and the 3 that I had, Brandon Jones once again had another lackluster season. I honestly thought that Brandon Jones would bounce back in 2024 and make the playoffs, but no, he did not. Even though that his teammates made it, he was the lone junior motorsports guy that did not make the playoffs. And as for Josh Williams, like I said, I thought that Josh Williams was going to have a solid season, but no, it was just not good at all. And the less I say about Hailie Deegan's 2024 season, the better. And honestly, the fact that I forgot Riley Herbst existed is just, Yeah, I have no comment on that. But we'll see what he does in the Cup Series. I wish Herbst the best luck on that.
Prediction number 4. The championship 4 will be Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, and AJ Allmendinger.
Once again, just like the Truck Series, I got 3 out of 1 correct. It was not Sam Mayer that got in. The last guy that got in was Austin Hill with his win at Homestead. I honestly thought that Austin Hill would not make the championship 4 again. I mean, I thought he would at least make the round of 8, but no, he actually kind of surprised me and make the championship 4. Who knows? Maybe the next couple of years, Austin Hill will go further and will win a championship. We'll just have to wait and see on that one.
And prediction number 5 for the Xfinity Series. The 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion will be Sam Mayer.
I honestly really thought that Sam Mayer was going to improve from his 2023 season. After the run he had in the playoffs the previous year, I thought in 2024 he would make the championship 4 and would win the championship, but no, that did not happen. Sam Mayer overall was just really inconsistent in 2024. And now he's no longer with Junior Motorsports. He's going to the Haas factory team with Sheldon Creed. So we'll just see how well he does there. But yeah, I thought Sam Mayer was at least going to do better. And while he did win races, he was not consistent enough to make the championship 4. So once again, I got my championship prediction not right.
And now, the Cup Series. Prediction number 1. The driver that will have the most wins will be from Hendrick Motorsports.
Wahoo!
There we go. Finally got a prediction correct once again. So, Hendrick Motorsports had another really good season. Kyle Larson had the most wins with 6. So, yeah, very happy I got that prediction correct.
Prediction number 2. Chase Elliott will win a race this year.
Wahoo!
Yes, it's about freaking time. Chase Elliott did win a race in 2024. It was the Spring Texas race. Well, that race was absolute buffoonery. I was at least really happy for Chase Elliott winning that race. I actually cried tears of joy when he won that race. Really happy he finally got that win. And I'm hoping Chase Elliott can improve on that. And maybe he might win more races in 2025. We'll just have to wait and see.
Prediction number 3. Denny Hamlin will miss the championship 4 again.
Wahoo!
Once again, for the 3rd straight year, Denny Hamlin misses the championship 4. I knew it from the start. Just the way how Denny Hamlin has been doing in the playoffs in the next-gen era, he has been solid, but just has not been good enough. I feel like Denny Hamlin has continuously, slowly regressed, and I honestly feel like he's never going to win a championship. All the Hamlin fans will say otherwise, but I honestly feel like Denny Hamlin isn't going to win a championship. I will applaud him if he does, but I just don't feel like it's going to happen. No matter what, anything just goes wrong for Hamlin. And once again, things did go wrong for Denny, and I would not be surprised if more things go wrong for him in 2025.
Prediction number 4. There will be at least one flip in the Cup Series.
Okay, so after Corey LaJoie's flip at Talladega, I thought that I was going to get this prediction correct. I thought there would be no way we would see another flip again. But then 2024 decided to become the year of flips. I mean, the amount of flips we had in 2024 is insane. Like, I don't know. I think we had, like, 4 or 5, I think. I mean, especially the places that we had flips. Like, we had a flip at Daytona. That's pretty prototypical. But we had flips at Michigan and Las Vegas. Freaking Las Vegas. How in the world did that happen? I seriously am speechless by this. Like, I don't think in 2024 5 we're going to have as many flips as we had in 2024. I feel like that will scale back to maybe at least 1. But more on that when we get to my 2025 predictions. But anyways, yeah, pretty insane how many flips we had in 2024. This prediction was definitely far off.
Prediction number 5. Unfortunately, since it's an even number year, Joey Logano will win multiple races.
Wahoo!
It was honestly inevitable that Joey Logano would win multiple races, considering that he pulls this off in every single even number year. And the fact that I put him in the championship 4 as well, like, I freaking called it. Like sometimes I hate when I'm right. And also the wins that Joey Logano did get were basically by dumb luck. I mean, Nashville was crazy. 5 overtimes, fuel strategy. Joey Logano had enough in the tank to get it done. And then you also have Atlanta, that's a super speedway, anyone can win. And then Las Vegas, another fuel strategy, and he somehow pulls it off. Not to mention the fact that he was eliminated in the round of 12, but then Alex Bowman's car was underweight, so he got to continue on. And the fact that he also made the championship 4 and won the championship, oh my god, I cannot stress it enough, this format sucks. But anyways, that's enough of that. Moving on to the next prediction.
Prediction number 6. The Martinsville Spring Race will have a Hendrick driver win in the special red anniversary paint scheme.
Wahoo!
I called it. I freaking called it. Hendrick Motorsports would get one of those red cars into victory lane, and they did. It was William Byron that won the race. And also to add to that, 3 of the 4 Hendrick cars finished 1, 2, 3 in that race. Byron, Larson, and Elliott finished 1, 2, 3. Alex Bowman was the only Hendrick driver that did not finish in that group. Honestly, if we would have had another Hendrick 1, 2, 3, 4, that would have been amazing. But, hey, 1, 2, 3 ain't too bad either. And the fact that we also won that race was pretty cool as well. So, great job for William Byron. And overall, a good year for Hendrick's 40th anniversary.
Prediction number 7. There will at least be one first-time winner.
Wahoo!
Now, I did get this prediction correct, but I will add this. The first-time winner that I thought we were going to have was Ty Gibbs. I thought Ty Gibbs was going to be our lone first-time winner. But the fact that Harrison freaking Burton, is our first-time winner in 2024 is absolutely crazy to me. Nowhere near in my right mind I had Harrison Burton winning a race in 2024. That was absolutely surprising that he got it done. But, you know, also good job for the Wood brothers. 100th win. Pretty cool to see Jeff Burton celebrating with his son in victory lane. But the fact that Harrison Burton also made the playoffs because of this is just a sin on its own in the sport. This is the reason why winning your end should be getting rid of, or at least tweaked a bit. But we'll see what happens whenever we get an update on the format.
Prediction number 8. The playoffs will have Kyle Larson, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, and Ty Gibbs.
Well, I ended up getting 11 out of 5 correct. As for the 5 I got wrong, Ross Chastain, I thought he was going to have a better season than 2023, but yeah, 2024 was a bit of a down year for Chastain. Only 1 win at Kansas in the fall, which came after he missed the playoffs. And Bubba Wallace, I thought he was going to improve too, which he did have speed in a couple races that in last season, but he just really did not have enough to make the playoffs. And Chris Buescher, once again, I thought he would make it, but he did not. But his teammate Keselowski did, and he did win a race finally. But still, Chris Buescher did win a race at Watkins Glen, but that was after the regular season finale, so he did not make the playoffs. And Eric Jones, man, I thought that Legacy Motor Club was going to be more competitive than they were in 2023. I honestly thought with them going to Toyota, they would improve. But no, they were just as bad, maybe even worse. Like, Eric Jones was nowhere near the playoffs at all in 2024. And his teammate, John Hunter Nemechek, wasn't any better either. But I'm really hoping in 2025 they can make slight improvements. Maybe Eric Jones will win a race in 2025. We can only, as a Jimmy Johnson fan, I can only hope for his organization to improve this year. And as for Kyle Busch, man, the worst season he has ever had. Didn't even get a single win in 2024. He was close in a couple races, but just could not close the deal. I'm really hoping in 2025 that Kyle Busch can bounce back and win a race. I'm really hoping this year he can bounce back. But as for the guys that I had no idea would make the playoffs, I mean, Alex Bowman, I kind of counted him out. I just didn't feel like Bowman would recover from how things have gone. And, you know, he hasn't really looked the same since that wreck he had in a sprint car. But he won at the Chicago Street Course and made the playoffs. So, yeah, that was pretty good for Bowman. And, of course, I mentioned Harrison Burton. I had no idea he would make the playoffs. And Daniel Suarez made it, too. I was pretty surprised by that, which overall, that was a really great win he got at Atlanta. And then, probably one of the most surprising guys that made the playoffs had to be Austin Cindric. Like, Austin Cindric winning Gateway was absolutely surprising to me. That mainly had to do with the fact that Ryan Blaney just had to run out of fuel in the last 2 laps. But absolutely surprising. I mean, ever since his Daytona 500 win in 2022, he has been non-existent. Like, he has literally just been a ghost the previous season. But like, I was just saying on my way to Portland how absolutely non-existent he was, and then he shows up to Gateway, has a solid run, and then his teammate Ryan Blaney runs out of fuel and he wins the race. So yeah, that was pretty surprising. And also Chase Briscoe making the playoffs. I had no idea that Stewart-Haas Racing would make the playoffs, let alone win a race in now what's known as their final season. But still, that was really cool to see. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough. On to the next prediction.
Prediction number 9. The championship 4 will be Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, and William Byron.
I got 2 out of 4 correct. Larson had an absolute collapse in the round of 8. And Christopher Bell, with him riding the wall along with some controversy in that whole Martinsville playoff race. The whole ending to that Martinsville race was just not great. It was just absolute manipulation and controversy. I really don't want to go back into that. If you really want to hear my thoughts on that whole ending, go watch my rant video on it. You'll understand everything I say about it. And, yeah, so 2 out of 4, which means I went 2-2 in a Cup Series Championship 4 predictions. Not as good as Trucks or Xfinity, but still not the worst. At least I got 2 and not 1. So, yeah, I'm at least glad that William Byron made the Championship 4. I honestly wish I got Joey wrong, but, what are you going to do?
And prediction number 10, my prediction on who I think will be the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series champion. It'll be Kyle Larson.
Like I said before, Kyle Larson had an absolute collapse in the round of 8, and he did not make the championship for it all. And it just had to be freaking Joey Logano to win the championship. I just really don't know why that had to happen. Although I forgot to mention with the Xfinity Series, Justin Allgaier won the championship. So, yeah, good for him. I think it took about 14 years for him to win that championship. And honestly, he had no right to win it after everything that happened to him in that race. But he still bounced back and won it. So, to add on to what I just said, good job for Allgaier. And my last prediction was the Daytona 500 prediction. I predicted that Kyle Busch would win the race, and that did not happen at all. Though I was half right. I said a Chevy driver would win, which a Chevy driver did win, but it was William Byron that won the Daytona 500, which that was really great to see. Hendrick Motorsports getting their first Daytona 500 win in 10 years. And it was also a year where we did not qualify on the front row. So maybe that sort of helped us. But anyways, that pretty much does it with the predictions. So, adding all of that up, in conclusion, my 2024 NASCAR predictions record is an abysmal 7-14. Only 7 predictions correct, and 14 of them were wrong. Overall, predictions weren't that great for 2024. I'm hoping I do better in 2025. But honestly, knowing how insane 2024 was and how much I did not expect that happened, I'm probably going to be pretty wrong again. But anyways, that's pretty much going to do it for the predictions. Hope you all enjoyed this little predictions recap video. I'll be doing my 2025 predictions sometime this month. Also, with the NFL playoffs coming up, I'll do my predictions for that. And then when the Super Bowl happens, I'll be doing my predictions for that as well. And around that time frame, you will get the 2025 predictions. Also, I want to add on that I apologize for the lack of uploads in the last part of last year. It's just there were a lot of personal things that happened in that time frame, and you know, I have a lot of big projects that from last year that I did not even finish or start on. So I'm planning to get those started or finished by this year. I'm hoping to get all of those out this year, and then I can focus on new projects that I'll be doing for 2025. I'm honestly hoping that 2025 will be a little more smoother on the YouTube side of things. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So, if you want to, share your thoughts on how I did and maybe give me suggestions on what predictions I should do, because I'm kind of having trouble of thinking of a few, you could give me some suggestions down below. Also, while you're at it, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Also, you can go follow me on Twitter. I will never call it X. It's an absolutely stupid name. I also have a DeviantArt page if you want to go check out some of the art that I've created on there. And with that, that's going to do it. I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve and a great New Year's Day. And we welcome 2025, and we cannot wait for more that is ahead. So with that, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. And I will see you soon for my 2025 NASCAR predictions. Anyways, that is all. Peace.